Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. So this is going to be a new series that I'm starting where essentially I'm actually training my chat GPT. I've been feeding it. I fed it. I took like an hour or two and just fed it nothing but earnings reports for the last, year for all the big tech for right now, all the big tech for Netflix. I just fed it Nike's earnings report. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm basically teaching the ChatGPT model specifically on earnings reports, right? I have a lot of tabs that I'm running on, right? A lot of different things. But for this one, for my stock earnings reports, it's literally just feeding this specific chat earnings report so that over time it learns and it grows and it understands how to better give some financial breakdowns, right? So I literally just fed it Nike's earnings reports that I just had for QT, so I can ask it, Nike's, for for Nike's earnings report. Let's do this, right? For Nike's earnings reports, please list the top 5 most important things that happened in, let's call it bullet points, right? Whatever, that's fine. And essentially, I think that I have like the best trained model in the world actually, because I fed this already like 100 earnings reports, and it's absolutely insane the quick responses that it can give. It breaks it down exactly how I need it to. And again, we can look at what's going on, right? So Nike reported Q2 fiscal 2023 revenue of 13.3 billion, up 17% compared to the previous year, and up 27% on a neutral basis. Again, their direct sales were up 16%. Their digital brand sales increased, another 25%, and then 34% on the neutral basis. Their whole revenue grew 13%. And again, 30% over. So it looks like they had a really good earnings report. Gross margin decreased 300 basis points to 50%. That's actually pretty. Gross margin decrease. I actually don't know about reports to know if that gross margin is good or not. Diluted earnings per share for the quarter were up 2%. Is there anything about the next quarter for Nike? Right, so we can ask you more questions, but hopefully it knows. I'm sorry about the first, but it only perceives like if this one not have information about the quarters. So it doesn't. So it looks like what I fed it doesn't actually have any information. I might have to actually go and grab the call that the transcript from the call that they had and look at their guidance. I don't know what their guidance was. Is there guidance for Nike? So we'll see. Yeah, so it doesn't look like that actually has any guidance. But for the most part, I mean, you have a pretty good breakdown of what actually happened. And it looks like Nike had an extremely, really good quarter, which means that retail, for at least for Q2, was doing extremely well. Q3 is a different story. That's something that has to be yet reported for. But again, this might actually look at, you might actually look at maybe purchasing Nike or maybe give you a really good insight as to what Nike might do for the following quarter, and then also what other retail sectors are going to possibly be releasing for Q2. I know Nike's kind of late, but again, gives you a really good insight. I'll start this series up, and I'll do this for every single earnings report, at least for the ones that I think are important. So I'll probably do this again for FedEx, and then I'll probably look at getting into the transcripts of the calls themselves. That way we don't have to listen to like an hour or 2 hour call. We can literally just grab the transcript, throw it in here, and we already have a trained model with over like 100 earnings reports that I fed this thing over like the last like couple of days. So we'll start doing it from there. So brand new series starting. We'll call this earnings reports with artificial intelligence, and then we'll kind of grow it from there. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.